Well, here I am. Since the website, we've had a bunch of problems and haven't really had content, haven't done anything. Of course, with Extra Life being this week, everyone's flocking back and everything, and at least getting some stuff done. But I was thinking to myself how to start producing content again, and it dawned on me because I did something. I told myself I would never do. I left a game years ago. Told myself, never going back. And we discuss it every now and then, actually more than every now and then. It was brought up on the show. And we always said, well, maybe with the next expansion we'll go back. No, never happens. We always say no, it never happens. I know that JD has been playing for some time. Actually, I don't think he ever stopped. But then I get a screenshot sent to me from JD showing Daryl actually in game, and I went, oh no. That was like the last wall that I had, was that if Daryl wasn't going to play, then I wasn't going to play. But now he's playing. So last Sunday, well, 2 Sundays ago now, I guess, what do? I log into Battle.net and I'm sitting there and I'm staring at that purchase screen again. I'm staring at it. So I'll hop on, I play Diablo, I play a little Hearthstone on the phone, but because of Battle.net, it has all the games and all the apps just sitting there all together saying, hey, come play me. So I did it. I purchased Legion. I jumped in. I jumped right in. With the purchase of Legion, it gives you that ability to get a free character boost, and that's where the journey starts. So this is like, I guess, a little series. I'm gonna have fun with this. Is discussing my return back to Warcraft. I'm not even why I'm really going like this. I guess it's just because I told myself I was never gonna play it again, and here I am actually playing it. So let's start right at the beginning. So day one. So games installed, games patched, everything's ready to go. I get to see my login screen again. And it tries to dump me off on some random server, and it said I had no characters, and I started to freak out for a second. And then I remembered, oh yeah, that's right, there's a ton of servers. So I go, and I find Ghostlands, my good old home, and there they all are. There, all of them are. All of them still have all their names, because Daryl was telling me that if you don't log in after X amount of time, that your names actually get taken away from you, and they go back into the available pool. And he said he was going to take one of my characters' names, actually Valdine, who is the first character I ever made, my Night Elf Druid, the very first character, right before Burning Crusade came out. And I said, well, I got this character boost. And I said, well, do I sit here? I mean, I got people that are playing now. I got friends that are playing. They're on this content. Do I decide to go back and pick up another character? I start a character back from where they are, because I haven't played since Cataclysm. So I still have to get through Mists of Pandaria, and I still have to get through Warlords of Draenor, and then I could, play Legion. Well, I said, no, I'd rather play with my friends, and I'm kind of upset with it. I mean, a little bit because I'm missing out on like all the lore and all the stories, but that's why I have all these other characters for, because I'm going to go back and play some of them again. And actually, I play one of them, or starting to play one of them now, while JD's not online, because now him and I are running together on this content for Legion. So super exciting. Blizzard is always fantastic about their cinematics. You see the cinematic, you see the Alliance and the Horde fighting together to go ahead and crush the Burning Legion, and what happens, the Horde, they just disappear, and then the Alliance gets the shit kicked out of them, like, oh, and it starts you off right there. I mean, it puts you through a training phase too, so it's like, oh, in case you don't know how to play WoW, which really, after being away for 3 years, I guess I didn't know how to play anymore. So I log in, and my very first character, again, I grab Valdine, and I log in, and it puts me in the Feral mode. And I said, okay, I remember Feral. I remember how to play Feral. And really, Feral mode hasn't changed in terms of like actual combat. That miraculously was the same. And I was like, yes, fantastic. So they put you through the training phase, and they dump you off and everything. And I don't. I guess I really should have like spent more time reading, but why read when you can just go ahead and experience it and have all the pains and everything else that I was going through for the first week, which is kind of the reason why I'm doing this. Because day one, they said it dropped me in, and the very first thing, it drops you off in the Dalaran, and I'm like back in Dalaran, I'm all excited, and it says, oh, well, here's this quest, and go to Dream Grove, and then you can go ahead and you can speak to all the other druids, and then get your quest to go do your first to get your first artifact weapon, which is like the big thing I remember reading from the patch or from the announcement for Legion, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is cool, like the weapon that follows you around the whole game. Okay, cool. Let's go do this. And the first quest is like, well, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my resto weapon first. So I was like, why not? I'll just go ahead and level as a resto spec, which was mistake number one, because the first two levels, there's not much you can really. I mean, it's not an easy thing. I mean, sure, there's survivability because you can just keep on popping heals on yourself and keep yourself up. But it's kind of a pain in the ass because you only really have 3 offensive moves, and in just a standard, night elf form when you're playing as a resto druid. So that was mistake number one. So I go through and I'm doing the artifact quest, and I keep failing it because it keeps saying, heal. The last portion of it is keep all your people alive, keep them all alive, and I kept screwing up, and I kept messing things up. I was like, I don't know what my healing rotation is anymore. Healing touch wasn't available at the time. I was like, I remember how to use healing touch, rejuvenate and regrowth and healing touch. Like, that was it. And then Life Bloom. But Life Bloom was super expensive. And then Efflorescence, that was a new move. I was like, oh, that's cool. You just drop it right on the ground and it heals up to all those people. I was like, all right, cool. So I drop that, and everything's getting healed. I was like, okay, finally do it. Get my druid, my resto weapon, and I go out into the world and I start questing. And then I start running into more problems. I was like, as I said, like that 100 to 102 thing. Like I was like, oh, this is kind of a pain in the ass because playing as a resto druid in a leveling environment, it's not that great, and I got bad information about things and about how like you have to, with the artifact power and everything else, like you really should just start hoarding everything for the weapon you're going to use, and it was only going to be one weapon, or is one weapon that can change forms. Bad information. So I didn't realize there's a weapon for every single spec, and for druids there's 4 because there's a tank, there's healing, there's range DPS, and then there's melee DPS. But you can't go do another artifact quest until you get 102. So playing is 100, and I get to 101, and struggling a bit, and dying all over the place because I was like really not just trying to get used to what I was doing, and I wasn't in any guilds. So then that was really fun. It's like walking around a city again, and people see a high level character not in a guild. What do? They start just spamming the crap out of you. So I'm like, oh, here, come join this guild. Here, come join this guild. Hey, you got an invite to this guild. Hey, you got an invite to this guild. Come join this guild. I'm like, no, I don't want to. Back and well. It really is beautiful. I mean, I like the new textures and everything else that have been added into the game. And let's see, back from day one, I mean, really it was just questing and trying to reacquaint myself with playing the druid spec, or playing a healing spec, which was worthless because I was soloing and not really having the greatest time with it. But whatever, end game comes around, or when dungeon time comes around, that's where I really excel, or at least that's where I used to excel, was playing a healer. And that's day one. I mean, I'll go, and that was day one for this event, or for just my return back to WoW. So I mean, cool cinematics, getting to keep my druid, getting to keep his name, back in the game, everything up to 100, enjoying the new content, jumping back in with friends, and it's. I mean, it was fun. It's fun. It's definitely fun. I mean, day one, definitely fun. A lot of frustrations trying to like remember how to actually play. Because it's been that long, and then making sure to settle your action bars, and I have a Naga with the actual number pad on it, so that's always nice. So I always have my casting and everything else. So I always have my rotations, right at my thumb, and I mean it's been entertaining, but I'll leave it at that for right now. So that was day one of my return back to WoW.